Hi. It's Saturday, the 30th of August, 2025. Hope everybody had a good week. The weather has been actually pretty nice, especially for August. It's been in the 60s at night, low 60s at night, and in the 70s during the daytime. So it's actually been pretty kind of almost fall-like in a way. But, good things will come to an end. So this is Labor Day weekend. Of course, we're off Monday from work, and then go back to work Tuesday. But thankfully, like I don't know if I mentioned it before that my company that I work for, Cushman and Wakefield, who we're a third party vendor, they lost their contract, so a new company, CBRE, took over, and so we're going to work at the end of September. They leave Cushman and Wakefield, and we join CBRE. Now we already interviewed and stuff. We already got offer letters and stuff, and they already did the background checks on us and told us what the salary is going to be. So starting not August, October 1st, we'll be working for CBRE, but it's the same job, basically, is what it is. So that's that. And no, I'm trying to think what else. No, that's it. But yeah, that's it. So it's basically everybody's going to stay. You're just working for a different company now because we're a third party vendor. So yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, but like I said, the weather's been nice and almost fall like. Like I said, uh, like right now it's 72 degrees. The high today was 72, and it says it's supposed to go down to 56 today, which is really, especially for August, that's really unusual. But anyway, we'll take it as it comes. Like I said, and I'm thinking more and more now since because they told us too that the contract for the new company CBRE is like a 5-year contract. So I'm getting towards that period of time where I got to think about retirement, and I'm thinking about places you want to live, like New York. I've lived in New York most of my life, well, probably all my life, but New York is expensive, and I would like to retire in a place that's nice and quiet and and also a place that they do have the change of seasons because I I think I used to think a lot, maybe to move to Arizona, but I think Arizona, you don't get snow in Arizona. And I think I want the change of season. I like fall, winter, yeah, and stuff. I like to change the season. So, and my brother, I mentioned this before, my little brother who lives in Albany now, he's supposed to be transferring to Colorado. Um, I think his youngest daughter graduated high school, and I think she's going to be going to college. And I think he's going to sell his house and he's going to be moving to Colorado. And I think Colorado, depending on where you are in the state, I think they do have change of season. They have snow because they ski in certain parts of Colorado. So I would love to check that out. Wait my brother till he's lived there because I think he went to visit out there and stuff. So he likes it, and plus he can transfer and keep the same position, transfer to the PepsiCo out there. He works for PepsiCo, so he can transfer out there. So that's good. I'm happy for him, and maybe in the next coming years, maybe I can go out and visit him just to see how it, and just maybe like see the area and how it is and stuff, and how the housing and stuff, and how the neighborhoods and stuff is out there. Because that might be a nice place to retire to. Like I said, do the usual retirement thing, like buy a condo and live in a nice gated community or something like that, or maybe buy a little miniature house. Okay, a little miniature house and have a little backyard and stuff, and and get around and just do things, just relax. Like I said, I've been working since I was 18. When I got out of high school, I went straight to the service, and then once I got out of the service, I went straight to work. So I've been working, most of my adult life. So I got my 401k, and hopefully these stupid people in the government don't screw up the Social Security and the Medicaid. I should have that when I retire. So I'm thinking about where I want to go, live and stuff. And I think Colorado is an option. I'm thinking about. I don't want to live in Florida. Okay, Florida is way too hot. Okay, so I don't want to live. Plus, I just don't. I'm not digging Florida, and I don't think I want to live in California too because the wildfires and the earthquakes and all that other stuff. I just want to live in a place I think that's nice and quiet and peaceful. And like I said, when we went on our vacation to Virginia, uh, and that place was so nice. I mean, I still remember that time that we were leaving, that day that we were leaving, that Friday morning, and it was like 6:30 in the morning. Me and my brother were outside in front of the house, and it was so quiet and peaceful. The only thing we heard was the sprinklers going off in the house across the street from us that we were staying in, and other than that, it was so clean and quiet. And I would love to live in a place like that where it's nice and quiet and clean and stuff, and you have nice little uh, cul-de-sacs, I guess, or and then you just have to drive out of it to get to the main road where all the stores and stuff are, and stuff, the restaurants and the Walmarts and all that stuff, and then access to the highway and all that stuff. And that's a place that you want to live. I think that would be an ideal place to live, a neighborhood like that where it's nice and quiet. The only thing you see, like, so when we were driving around, we noticed that when we go to Walmart and all that stuff, you saw people walking their dogs, jogging, and it was just quiet and peaceful. And that's what I want. I want to live in a place where it's nice and quiet and peaceful. I think that would be the ideal thing to do. Okay, and so I'm definitely going to be. That's the thing I'm going to be looking at in the next couple of years, of places where I could go to retire and stuff, and where it's nice and maybe get a nice change of weather and stuff, change of seasons and stuff. You get a summer and a winter and a fall. Okay, so I'm very much thinking about that now. Okay, so hopefully I can do that. Anyway, I recorded my reaction to Alien Earth episode 4 yesterday, and I did Peacemaker this morning. And also I want to clarify something, because I think I made a post about it on this channel anyway. I noticed doing Peacemaker, I was having issues trying to edit it my normal way by putting it in Windows Movie Maker and stuff, and editing there, and then putting Peacemaker over the video and stuff. But it kept getting blocked a couple of times until I finally said, you know what, let me edit it on my phone. And what I did, I also got a tip from a YouTuber, which I can't remember her name. She does a lot of reactions, and I can't think of her name now. I can see her face, but I can't think of her name right now. But she had some tips about how you record your reactions and stuff, and I did that. And so I took her advice, and when I came home, I took Peacemaker episode 1 and put it on my phone and edited it, and then I kind of sped it up a little bit, and that got through. Was able to get up on YouTube with no restrictions. And then I thought, you know what, let me do it again without the speeding it up, and then it got blocked, but for a couple of seconds of music. So I removed the music, okay, and then it went through, no restrictions. So from now on, I'm going to be editing Peacemaker, which I have on my phone right now. I'll edit it on my phone, which takes about it takes about an hour, maybe a little bit more than that, to record that, to edit it on my phone, because the episodes are like 40 something. I think episode 2 was like 46 minutes, so I can edit that on my phone, I think, for like a little over an hour. And Alien Earth, I can edit it on Windows Movie Maker, okay, and then put it in Wondershare for more, put Alien Earth over the video, and speed it up a little bit, and that goes through. So that's how I'll do Alien Earth. So I think Alien Earth I'll edit tomorrow. Tonight I'm going to try to edit, after I eat, I'm going to edit Peacemaker on my phone, and then see if I can upload that episode with this video, and then I'm going to probably do another video for my Paul's Views and Opinions channel. So again, like I said, it probably takes about a little over an hour to edit the Peacemaker on the phone. Okay, and like I said, Alien Earth episode 4, I have it on my computer. I have it in Windows Movie Maker, which I have open, but I think I'm going to edit that tomorrow. What I'll do is I'll try to edit a little bit in the morning, and then maybe from like 1, because I usually iron my clothes for work around 3 o'clock, so maybe from like 1 o'clock to 3 I'll edit, and then edit some more, and then I should be finished editing it by tomorrow, and then I can see if I can upload Peacemaker. I put on my Patreon. Okay, I put it on my Patreon channel. Maybe I'll do that tonight if I have a chance. if I edit the other one, put the unedited version on the Patreon, and then the edited version on this channel. See if I can do that. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that for people too, because like I said, I was having issues with Peacemaker. He just kept getting blocked. Warner Brothers kept blocking it left and right. Okay, doing it the my normal way, so I decided to do it the way that I see fellow YouTubers doing, where you drop in the video for 10 seconds, you drop out, you advance it like 30 seconds or so, drop it back in, and and do it like that, and it was able to go through, which I thought was good. To see the thing with Peacemaker and or any James Gunn thing, James Gunn loves music, okay, and he loves using music, which I actually loved him doing that, but it kind of makes it hard when you try to react to it because the music, most of the music is copyrighted, so that he uses and stuff, so it'll get it'll get pulled for the music. So what I'll do is, if it gets pulled again for the, I'll just delete the music out of it. That's what I did for the last thing. I just removed the song, kept the others, just talking in the background and stuff. Keep that, but remove the music, because I know you could sometimes replace it with music, but why would you replace? That would be, to me, it would be silly. It's just because James Gunn wanted to have a certain type of music in a certain spot in his on a TV show. So it kind of, to me, it would be kind of wacky to put a different song on it. So that's why I'll just remove it if it gets blocked for the music. Okay, I'll just either mute the music or mute if it's a couple of seconds in the reaction. I'll mute the reaction in that spot. Okay, so that's it. So I'm glad that I come to a resolution with the with Peacemaker, getting it up on this channel. So, and like I said, I'll put the unedited version on my Patreon page. Okay, which I haven't put anything on there since that the animated Spider-Man thing. That was the last thing I put on my Patreon, and that was back in March, I think. So it's been a while since I put anything on the Patreon. So and I thought about putting Alien Earth on there, but no, it's just, again, it's too long. I mean, it's a long show, and I'd rather spend the time doing the edited version on this on this channel, and then I'll just I won't put that on the Patreon because there's no real category for me to put it on there. Okay. Anyway, and I was thinking about maybe Mickey 17. That's the one with Robert Pattinson. I want to watch that movie, so I'm thinking if I can download it and then maybe watch it on maybe on Monday, and then see if I can edit it on my phone, and if I can do that, and then maybe I can upload that Monday night, because Monday is a holiday for us, Labor Day, so I may be able to do that. But Mickey 17, I want to watch that movie, so maybe I want to see if I can get a download version of it, and then I can upload it and watch it. Like I said, watch it on Monday morning, and then edit it on my phone, which should be like, because it's almost 2 hours. It'll take a little over an hour and something to edit it, and then see if I can get it uploaded. Okay, and then maybe I'll do movies every once in a while when I have time and stuff. But now Alien Earth and Peacemaker is taking up the majority of my time, my editing time and stuff. So I try to do. That's why the weekend is best for me to do it, because I have more time. Because in the afternoon. Although, like I said, Alien Earth, they dropped 2 episodes, and I was able to do it actually editing. Actually, it worked. The editing worked actually a lot faster than I thought in Movie Maker. That editing, it took me almost like 2 hours, over 2 hours to do it. Just about 2 hours to do that, and it was actually pretty faster than I thought. Okay. So anyway, enough of my ramblings. What else? Oh yeah, I wanted to go to the baseball game. In fact, I wanted to go to the game on yesterday that Jonah Tong pitched, but my brother, he had to do he went to visit somebody, so I couldn't get to go because normally I go with him. And then I thought about going to the baseball game today because they were giving away Francisco Lindor bobblehead day today. So I was thinking about going, even if I was going by myself, but I thought better because I still have stuff to do, go around and do a bunch of errands to do today. So I know the Mets are going to be on the road after tomorrow. They're going to go on the road, and they're going to be on the road, I think, for the week, and then I think they'll come back. I may have to wait until maybe like the 14th. Let's see, 5th, 12th, 13th. Maybe the 12th. I think the Mets are back on the 12th or something. I got to check it out and see, because I know they go to Detroit, I think, and then they play. I think they play Philly, Then they go to Detroit and they play Phillies for four. Detroit and then they play Philly for 4 games. So yeah, it's Monday. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think that's how it is. The Mets they play. I think it's Detroit and then I think it's the Phillies for 4 games next week. I think it is. So and then they come home. I think the following week. So I may the following week after that, maybe like the week either the 12th or the probably the 13th. That's a Saturday. Maybe I can go then because I'm off. Unfortunately, the Mets are on the road. I'm off next this coming Friday and Monday. Because we got to take our vacation, not vacation time. Got to take our sick time or personal days and stuff before the new company comes in. So because any vacation time they're going to pay. So the old company's going to pay us for that. But any sick time and all that and personal days you'll lose if you don't take it. So that's why I picked one day last. I had 5 days left. Actually, I had 7 days left. So I took one day last month, this month, and then I'm taking 4 days in September, and I saved 2 just in case I get sick or something. I can use those 2 sick days for that. So if I don't use them by the end of if I don't get sick or anything, by the end of the month I'll use it before the end of the month, those 2 days. So in fact, it's 7 days, and then we should get not an extra check, but depending on I don't know how many days I got vacation day left. May have 4 or 5 days, whatever money that is. The old company will pay us for that. Okay, so I think that's about it. And like I said, I get paid 3 times in October, and I'll definitely be having a digital code giveaway contest in October. And I think, next week The Conjuring comes out, and like I said, I'm off that Friday, so I may go see it Friday, or I should go see it Friday, or go see it see it Saturday. But I think probably I might go see it Friday when I'm off. The Conjuring, because definitely I'm a big fan of those films, and I'm off, so I may just go see it. Yeah, because I'm a big fan of those movies, so I got that to look forward to. And like I said, Mickey 17, I'm going to see if I can download it not tonight, tomorrow, and then maybe I can watch it in the morning on Monday, and then see if I can edit it on my phone and upload it. Okay, and I wanted to do Superman too. I know a lot of people have done Superman. I've seen Superman 2 or 3 times. I've seen it 3 times. So, but I think I want to see it again. I'm a big fan of that movie, and definitely want to see it. And also, let me make a special mention of this. I want James Gunn to that Batman. I know they got the Clayface movie coming out for next September. They're filming it now. And a lot of people speculating that Batman's going to have a cameo. The new Batman's going to have a cameo. So I'm hoping that James Gunn cast the new Batman, because I'm sick of Batman not being in anything yet. At least James Gunn's version of Batman. We know we got Robert Pattinson's version of Batman, which is coming out in 2027. Yeah, 2027. But I want the Batman Brave and the Bold movie to start, and I know they fast-tracked Wonder Woman, so we probably might get Wonder Woman in either 2027 or 28. You might get Batman and Wonder Woman in the same year, maybe 2028, maybe, because they're going to be filming, because we know the Superman Family Saga movie is going to begin, probably start filming next year sometime, and it's going to get released in 2027, and then also the Batman Part 2, which starts filming next spring, will probably get released in 2027 as well. So maybe 2028 you can film release Batman Brave and the Bold and the Wonder Woman movie. Although I would like to see them, you can still have them cameo, and maybe even in the Superman movie or even in the Clayface movie. Okay, but I would hope he cast the Batman, and then that way you could even have that Batman guest star in that Superman movie, the Superman saga, which I think is going to be Superman and Supergirl and stuff, and Crypto, and maybe Brainiac will be the villain, but maybe you can have the Batman be in that, the new Batman be in that movie too, which I think would be cool. Okay, and again, and Wonder Woman, we know the fast track of that, so I think they're gonna probably, they're filming that, they're writing the script for it now, and I think they may be picking on start casting for Wonder Woman, and I think that movie may get released with the Batman Brave and the Bold in 2028. But like I said, you could probably have them cameo in other movies before they get their their solo movies. Okay, and then maybe in 2029 you can do a true Justice League movie. I know they have the Justice Gang now, but then maybe in 2029, James Gunn can actually release a Justice League movie, which I think would be cool. Anyway, enough of my ramblings. Okay, so look for, besides this video, look for my edited version of Peacemaker, Season 2, Episode 2. Tomorrow I should be doing the Alien Earth, Episode 4. Okay, I'll start working on editing that tomorrow, and I should be wrap that up. And then I'm going to try to do Mickey 17, and then I also got to film another video for my Paul Views and Opinion channel. But I'm also going to try to do Mickey 17 on Monday, watch it in the morning, edit it on my phone, and see if I can upload it. Okay, an edited version on this channel, and maybe an unedited version to the Patreon, okay? Since I'm off on Monday, okay? So I think that's it. Okay, in the description box, I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, also a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions. You check that out as well. I'll also have a link down below to my Patreon. My Patreon only $5 a month, over 200 videos on there. I'm putting Peacemaker Season 2 on there, on the Patreon as well. Maybe Mickey 17 if I can get to it. And I have 200 videos, 5 different categories. You get 5-minute preview clips of all the content that I have on there. And also, yeah, 5-minute, yeah. So anyway, and like I said, I'll put Mickey 17 on there as well, if I, unedited version of that. So I should be able to get to that on Monday. Anyway, in the description box, I have links to my Patreon. So follow the link; it'll take you to my Patreon page. Also, in the description box below, there's a link to my merchandise store. As you can see, I'm wearing my Trepacer T-shirt. Thank you, YouTuber Jay, for designing this for me. I also have the spherical circles. That's the other design. I have it on T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles, teddy bears. Okay, for men, women, unisex. Okay, follow the link. Down there, it'll take you to the merchandise store. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trepacer saying so long. Take care.